Welcome back to the podcast, ladies. I am on a roll today and yesterday with content. If you are seeing this, I'm in the same outfit again and again because I'm prepping and batching content for you so that when I am off, when I am in New York for a week and basically taking the rest of August off, besides client work, you have free content going out in your inbox, in your Instagram feed, in your podcast feed every week as normal. So with that said, make sure you are also signed up for my next free workshop. It's happening on Monday the 4th of September. It's called Light Up, Level Up. If you've heard me mention it and you've not yet signed up, make sure you are. I think by the time you hear this one, it will actually be like a week today. So make sure you're registered. This is for you if you are ready to silence that inner bitch, that voice in your head that criticizes you, if you are putting pressure on yourself, if you're beating yourself up for not being perfect and finding you're just in this cycle of overwhelm, self-doubt, self-criticism, and you want to interrupt that pattern, break that cycle, and ultimately feel proud of yourself, stand tall, feel empowered by the woman you are, because that is the key to unlocking your dream life. That's the key for manifesting. So if you're struggling with that right now, I would love you to come to this workshop. It's also an activation session, which means not only will you have takeaways and things to learn, you'll also experience an energetic shift just by attending the session, being in the energy, and going through the tools that I'm going to be sharing with you. So I cannot wait for that. If you're already signed up, yay! Please DM me on Instagram to let me know you've signed up so I know you are serious about change, because today's episode is about 5 signs that you are ready to level up, that you are ready to change your life. Because the fact is, not everyone is. Not everyone is ready to take their life to the next level, and not everyone is ready at the same time. You know, there comes a time when you just know you are ready to level up. You know you are ready to take things to the next level. You know you are in a season of growth, a season of healing, a season of expansion, a season of stepping up into the next level version of you and reaping the rewards of that, manifesting the results from that. So I want to talk to you about 5 signs that you are ready for that, for you to be able to recognize within yourself. So if you are resonating with even one of these, then you, my girl, are ready for change. You are ready to level up. The first thing is you are working on your personal or spiritual growth at least 2 or 3 times a week consistently. So if you're someone who is already taking action to better yourself, you might be meditating, you might be journaling, you might be attending workshops, you might be listening to podcasts, you might listen to this podcast once a week, you might have maybe invested in a course or read some books or implemented certain habits into your routine. You are already working on yourself at least 2 or 3 times a week. Maybe more, maybe every day. Maybe you have a morning routine, but the important thing is that you are already doing the work. Because, like I said, unfortunately or fortunately, because there are periods of life where we're not ready to change, where we do want to coast, and sometimes that's okay. But if you're ready to make change and you're already taking action, that shows me that you are committed to yourself. And so take note of what you are currently doing for yourself. Even listening to this podcast right now, you are showing up for your growth. You're doing something that's going to make your day better, that's going to make your life better. You're receiving something that is positive, that is adding and pouring into your life. So that's number 1. sign that you are ready to change. You're doing the work. The second sign is you are moving forward, you are taking action, but the momentum isn't quite there because it's stop-start. And this is a sign that you are ready to level up, because it's a sign that shit needs to be shaken up. So the prime example I see, and hear me if this resonates for you, is every Sunday or every Monday, it feels like you are resetting. So it needs to be this big reset. So this week, you'll take whatever you're already doing, but you'll 10x it. So if you are, let's say, doing a little bit of meditation here and there, you're taking action, you are committed to yourself, but you know that you are consistently not leaving work on time, staying late at work. Maybe there's a big goal that you have in your career or in your business or your financial life, and you want to schedule time to work on that. On Wednesday night I'm going to do this, or on Thursday morning I'm going to go to this class, or on Friday I'm going to invest in this, whatever it might be. But every Friday a new weekend rolls around and you've still fallen back into those old patterns. And that could be overextending yourself. That's a really common one. So working late, not leaving work on time, leaving work an hour late, 2 hours late, 3 hours late even. Maybe working through your lunch break, not having a lunch break. Maybe saying yes to everything that got thrown at you that day and not setting boundaries, or being able to delegate or say no. Maybe working instead of putting yourself first when you need to prioritise your well-being. You're basically falling into those old patterns. And so it's like the commitment is there, the drive is there to change, but there's that unconscious pattern that you are slipping into. That is a sign that you're ready to level up, because you're reaching this point where you're like, this is enough. Like, I am done with this. I'm done reaching Friday every week, having once again left the office late every night, or not gone to the gym when I said I really wanted to, and I know how good it makes me feel. So the action is there, the commitment is there, but that lack of consistency, or that stop-start, is messing up the momentum that you are really wanting to build. That is sign number 2. If you are stuck in that cycle, or if you find yourself slipping in and out of that cycle, because there might be periods where you're really consistent but then you fall off, that's another thing I see, then that's a sign that it's time to level up. It's time to shift. Sign number 3. When you picture your vision and your goals, you feel lit up. You feel turned on. You feel excited. You feel like, oh my God, yes, that's what I want. I want my life to be that. I want to feel like that. I want to live there. I want to do that work. I want to, whatever the case may be. You have this feeling that more is available, more is out there, and you desire it. And the reason that sign is so important is because without that, if someone doesn't have that, they're not ready. They're not ready to change because there's nothing driving them. You've got to, and it's so cliche, but you've got to want it. You've got to want it. If you don't want it, you're going to self-sabotage, or you're going to not, you're going to struggle to make the commitment to breaking those patterns. But if you're listening to this now and you know that even if it's not crystal clear exactly what it looks like, even if you have some decisions to make, even if there are some changes that are going to happen that you are still vague on the details of. So, for example, you might know you want to change your career path, or you know you want to grow your business, or you know you want to move to another area, but you're not yet crystal clear on what that means for you, what that looks like, what the details are. That's okay. But the vision and the goals must excite you. And there must be that excitement there, that desire there. Because that feeling is like the fuel to your fire that is going to keep you going when you are doing the deeper work that is required in order to get you there. Sign number 4 that you are ready to level up and change your life is you have self-awareness, but you don't know how to shift it. So you have self-awareness, you have awareness of what is blocking you, but you don't know how to shift it. You don't know how to change. So you've probably read all the books, listened to all the podcasts, done the courses, learned a ton of stuff. You are, for example, you're aware that you struggle with perfectionism, or you're aware that you are scared of what people think. You're aware of the fact that you have a fear of success because you have grown up, judging people who have more success than you. You might be aware of your conditioning or aware of how your circumstances have impacted you currently, but that awareness has only got you so far because you now don't know how to shift out of that and how to actually change it, and maybe even in some cases get rid of it. So you procrastinate, but you still procrastinate and you don't know how to stop. Or you struggle with fear of judgment, and you maybe even know where that comes from in your childhood or in your upbringing, but you still struggle with it and it still holds you back. And I guess it's that self-awareness piece that so many people reach and feel really proud of, and they almost meet this ceiling then. And it's how I describe it to a new client on a clarity call, which is just a free call that we have to discuss coaching. If you have any questions about it, there comes a point where you reach this ceiling. And if we think about leveling up and, thinking about signs that you're ready to level up, if you're ready to level up, you are reaching a ceiling on your growth. So you've gone to a certain point as you are now, and you now want more. You now want to change, you now want to shift, you now want to take it to the next level. But what has got you here won't get you there. And so there's that awareness of what's got you here, an awareness of the past, but there's not knowledge on how to move forward, how to shift, how to change it. That is a clear sign that you are ready to level up, because it's telling me that you have reached that ceiling and something needs to shift in order to break through that ceiling. And that could be a ceiling, a cap on the success you've achieved in your career. It could be a ceiling on the level of personal growth and healing work you've been able to do by yourself, and now you're ready for that external support. Or maybe even a point that you've got to from other people you've worked with, maybe from talking therapy, for example. That can lead you to a point of self-awareness. Amazing, I'm aware of it, but I still deal with it day to day. And so sign number 4 is that you are still finding those blocks or those triggers are still throwing your day off. They're still interrupting your week. They're still messing with your energy. And you don't want them to. And it's frustrating. It's a frustrating place to be, right? Because you know what you're doing. Because you've done tons of work already. You know a lot about personal growth. You maybe even are very informed on like the deeper work of trauma and healing. You know what's happening, but you still can't figure out how to get off that cycle. That is a clear sign that you have reached some sort of ceiling of your growth, of your healing, of your development with your goals, and you're ready to level up. But you don't know how. You don't know how to shift away from those patterns. And lastly, last but not least, sign number 5 that you are ready to level up. You are sick of your own shit. You're sick of your own shit. And I say that with love because I have had those moments myself in the past where I have got sick of the shit that I have perpetuated and enabled and repeated in my life. The things that I have done or not done that I have to take ownership of. And we all reach a point, and it's usually coinciding, right, with that ceiling where you're sick of your own shit and you're ready for something new. You're ready for something different. You're ready for a new energy. And sign number 5 is really about, and being sick of your own shit is really about knowing that you are the main character of your own life. Like, you are the author of your own life. And you are the one standing in the way of the next stage of your healing, of your growth, of your success. You're the one who needs to step out of your own way so that you can level up. And sign number 5 is so important because until you reach that point of taking responsibility for being in your own way, and it's a beautiful thing because it's so empowering. It's empowering to realize that you get to change, you get to shift, you get to move, you get to level up, and it's you who's in the driver's seat. That's really empowering, because on the flip side, someone else might feel like a victim to their current circumstances, right? A victim to things that are, say, outside of their control. And we've all been there in the past, and this is not to shame people who are in that, who are in this space, because like I say, not everyone is ready to make change. Sometimes there's a point in life where you're just surviving and you're just getting through. But when you're in that zone of just surviving and not truly ready to be thriving, chances are that that person is looking outside of themselves for the answers, for what's gone wrong, for who to blame, for something else, something to latch onto, something to grasp onto, to feel more in control. And the irony is, when you realise that the only thing in your control is you, not other people's response, not other people's actions, and you can take full ownership of yourself, you can get out of your own way. But until you take that level of responsibility, you're gonna struggle you're gonna struggle. It's gonna take longer to level up because you're disempowering yourself. And disempowering yourself is one of the most, guaranteed ways to not level up and to stay where you are. So, fifth and final sign that you are ready to change, you're ready to level up, is realizing that it is you and only you that is standing between where you are now and where you want to be. And you get to shift out of that. You get to break through that. So let's recap, because if you resonate with even one of these, you, my girl, are ready to level up your life, and I am excited for you. And we'll talk what next then after this. So sign number 1, you're already working on yourself. You're already committed to your personal development at least 2 or 3 days out of the week. So you are meditating or journaling or doing a workshop or listening to this podcast or reading books, learning, whatever you are doing, you are already committing to the work. You're already taking action. Sign number 2, you know you're moving forward. You know you are taking action, but the momentum isn't quite there yet because there's that stop-start cycle that's going on, where every Monday you want that reset. You want to set boundaries. You want to stop people pleasing. You want to leave work on time. You want to take that big bold move in your business or in your career or in your dating life, whatever it may be, to propel you forward, to help you manifest your goals. But each Friday rolls around and you've fallen into old patterns of maybe overextending yourself, not putting yourself first, procrastination, perfectionism, putting others' needs above your own. And you're reaching that point where you're like, this is enough, I'm sick of this. Sign number 3 is when you do picture where you want to be, you're excited, you want it, you desire it, and it's that desire that is the fuel to the fire that is going to keep you going. And that's why that's sign number 3, you're ready to level up, because without that you're going to struggle to do the deeper work involved. Sign number 4 that you are ready to level up. You have the self-awareness of what's blocking you or what your triggers are, maybe even what your trauma is, but you're still not seeing the benefit of that in your life. You're not able to shift it. You're not able to feel and experience the change that you want to see. You're just aware of what's going on without knowing how to change it, and that's frustrating AF. And you almost feel like you've reached that ceiling of your growth, of your development, of your success, where your triggers are still holding you back, but you don't know how to shift away from them. And sign number 5 that you are ready to change your life and level up is you are sick of your own shit. You're ready for that new energy. You know ultimately that you in many ways are standing in the way of your next level, and you are ready to get out of your own way. If you resonate with one of these 5 signs or more, maybe all 5 of them, even some of you listening, then I'm excited for you, because you're ready to change, like you're ready to level up. So let's talk next steps. So first, it goes without saying, once again, make sure you're signed up for the free workshop, because this will allow you to experience some of that energetic shift within the realm of self-love, self-doubt, self-worth, etc. Self-image, essentially, so that you can feel a taste of what it's like to actually feel that shift and feel like, oh, now this has changed and I feel like I can change myself and change what I do moving forward now. So please come to that workshop, because it will help you identify where you are blocking yourself if you've not already identified that, but you're also going to get the opportunity to experience an energy self-love activation, which is just one of the ways that I can support you as a client. So that's totally free. Please come to that. The second way, and the second step, if you are identifying with this, would be one-to-one coaching. Now, the sisterhood is also an incredible option. If you are someone who is committing to basically being a self-starter, right? Doing the work yourself. Because the sisterhood is like the DIY approach, where there are tons of resources and you need to commit to doing them. One-to-one coaching goes that layer deeper, where if you are already self-aware, if you've already read all the books, listened to tons of podcasts, etc., and you know you want that tangible change, one-to-one is where it's at, because that's going to allow you to go the next step in from self-awareness to actually feeling the shift of no longer experiencing that trigger, or no longer experiencing the feeling of, feeling blocked, or no longer procrastinating, seeing that tangible difference in your life, feeling like you are leveling up and you're manifesting more. So those are the two avenues, depending on where you're at, that we can work together moving forward. The sisterhood opens on the 1st of September, and one-to-one, I have just a few spaces left for the rest of this year, moving into next year. So depending on which one feels like the next step for you, check out the show notes. Either way, make sure you're signed up for the workshop, because that is your absolute next step. Make sure you're registered for that. Do not miss it. And if this has been helpful for you to really get that window into yourself, and you're curious about what is going to be best for you, DM me on Instagram, because I'm always available for a chat. I'm always available to answer your questions. I'm always available to say, sounds like one-to-one is going to benefit you more. Or I might say, maybe you're not quite ready for one-to-one, but the sisterhood is going to be really helpful for you right now. Get in. The doors are opening. So we can discuss what's best for you and next steps. There's also the option to join the sisterhood and have a single session. So it really depends on what you need. There's different options. That's why it's always worth just reaching out to see what's best. So enjoy the workshop. I can't wait. I hope you love this episode. I will see you on the workshop, and I will see you in my DMs. And I'll speak to you in the next episode. Bye, girls.